Last year, a friend of mine took the Animal Totem class at Blue Deer Center. She was really impacted and encouraged me to take the class if I ever had the chance. Recently, I was able to sit down with Eliot Cowan and ask him about the workshop and what exactly animal totems are.
A good example of this is, let's say, a person has a calling or a destiny to be a therapist. Now, in order to be really effective doing psychotherapy, one has to have the ability to see into what's going on in the depths of a person and their psyche. That's not apparent right away. So this could be translated as saying the person needs to have the ability to see clearly in the dark. Does that make sense?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah. So the arrangement is that in cases like this, there are certain animal which may have a great capacity to see in the dark and is willing to loan or give some of its capacity to the person so that they can unfold what there is for them to do in this world. So such a person might find that it has a special relationship where it gets help from what we could call the spirit of owl. Owls, of course, are magnificent in seeing in the dark. That's how they make their living. So an animal that has that kind of helping relationship with a human person is called a totem. Getting to the class now, the class is about giving people help that they need, first of all, to identify what helping animals they may have. And by the way, all people have these totems, whether or not we recognize them. And then to identify what kind of help do they offer, and therefore what are the proper ways to relate to them to get that kind of help, whether it be work or relationships or whatever. People who take the class generally enjoy it a great deal and are very grateful for being introduced to this and introduced to ways to not only identify animal helpers, but also developing the right kind of relationship with them, which is a relationship that's meant to be a lifelong relationship that one can recur to and find help for the rest of their lives. And there's a whole rich area of self-discovery and understanding of what we call the medicine of the animal, and particularly what it reveals about a person's life. And that way, taking the class is quite an adventure in self-discovery and self-understanding. Sometimes it reveals or highlights certain gifts and talents that a person has that perhaps they haven't paid much attention to before, or maybe be even surprised to see, but when they hear it, it resonates because it is something that's present in there. Let's call it in their soul. It's much more than just being handed a slip of paper with the name of an animal on it. It's a whole journey of exploration and discovery about one's own life, one's purpose, and help in moving in the world to fulfill that. I would suspect that was part of your friend's enthusiasm about the course as well.